what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video with Nani Level _ aka I'm Nani Vlogs. And today's video is gonna be titled, Don't Quit Your Job, Life is Not a Joke. First off, shout out to Dante London for the inspiration for this video. Let me tell y'all something. Life is not a joke. Don't quit your day job if you don't have these 4 to 5 steps in place, right? Step number 1, for me at least, do you have a plan? Because I've noticed, first of all, I'm not gonna talk about other people, I'm gonna talk about myself. When I was younger, I would quit a job and not have a plan in place. I would have no plan. I would just, you know what? Because I was spontaneous, I didn't strategically think. So you gotta ask yourself, are you strategically thinking? Do you think long term? Do you have a 5-year goal plan? Do you have a 10-year goal plan? Do you have a 1-year goals? And do you have a 6-month goals? Like anything written down or anything, right? I literally quit. I was working at a warehouse and I absolutely hated it. I quit and then I started to do job interviews. Mind you, I was living underneath my mom's roof. Mind you, my daughter was already born. This is a disaster. No plan, just straight vibes. And then I did, you know what I'm saying? I did do some interviews and then I got hired at the airport. And at the time, it was like $16 an hour. Wow. It was $16 an hour and minimum wage was like 12. I remember, man, it was at Qdoba too. Man, I literally thought that I was making so much money. I thought I was making so much bread. I literally thought, I was like, man, I'm making $16.75 an hour. I am making bread. I'm making lots of money. Whole time my mom didn't even tell me, like, you know, like, Nani, that's not a lot of bread. That's not a lot of money. And I was living underneath my mom's roof. I was maybe like 19. I was like 19. Yo, it was all bad. Now that I think about it, that's actually really bad. Now that I think about it, that's really bad, actually. It's really bad, actually. But I got it all together. Yeah. But literally, people are struggling right now. People are literally struggling right now. Whenever I get on social media, especially Twitter, everyone's like, bro, I'm working 2 jobs and I'm not even making $2,000 a week. I'm like, what? How? With 2 jobs, I'm not saying, I don't even make $2,000 a week, right? Which is going to change this upcoming year. That is going to change. That is going to change. I'm going to be making $2,000 a week from YouTube in my regular job. But see, I have a plan in place though. I have a plan in place. I work my regular 9 to 5, right? Make that money, maximize that to its fullest potential just because I'm talking in front of a camera and I'm going to be doing vlogs and I'm going to be doing different kinds of content, right? On other channels doesn't mean that I don't put my full effort into what's paying the bills. I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, literally, I will start something and then whatever I'm doing at the moment, I'll be like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm bored of this. I don't want to even do it. I don't want to do it. And that's a bad problem that I have. So 2025 is going to be all about balancing. It's going to be, for me at least, it's going to be about balancing and being consistent, right? I have a plan in place. I'm going to try to make YouTube videos every single day. At least one. If I can't talk in front of my camera for 20 minutes, then what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like if I can't do that, and the edit takes 20, 30 minutes to make a thumbnail, 15 minutes, an hour total of my time to have building blocks towards my future, like then what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? So do you have a plan? Legitimately, do you have a plan? I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think you have a plan. Because what you're doing, how'd you find this video? How'd you find this video? Think about it. Scrolling on your phone, on YouTube, no plan in place. Come on now, let's grind. So literally, you have to have a plan in place. Now, you gotta ask yourself, why do you wanna quit your job? I think that's step numero uno. Why do you wanna quit your job? Is it not fulfilling? Are you not getting paid enough, right? Are you just working like I used to, working a warehouse job where you're just forklifting, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, that's life? Never branching out? You can get paid off of your talents. You can get paid off of your hard work, doing your entrepreneurial side stuff, right? Your side hustles. But you gotta have a fucking plan in place, bro. You gotta have a plan in place. If you have no plan in place, I know I'm being redundant, but legitimately, you need a plan in place. Matter of fact, let's create a plan for you. Let's create a plan for you and let's create a plan for me. Let's talk about 2025 because life is only gonna get more expensive. 2025, inflation is gonna go up. It just is what it is. It's gonna go up even more, especially with tariffs. That shit's gonna go up even higher. So your produce, higher. Electric bill, higher. Gas money, higher. Groceries, higher. Clothes, higher. Because everything's getting pushed onto the businesses, so they have to push the cost onto us, the consumers, right? So for me, this is how I'll go about it. If I had a job, what can I say about my job? I like my job. I don't see myself doing this shit like 10 years, to be honest with you. I'm a leasing agent. I don't see myself doing this 10 years. I don't see myself doing it. I could. Who knows? If I keep getting promoted and promoted and promoted and promoted, and I'm in the six figures through that, oh, that would be lovely. You know what I'm saying? Get your main bread, and then on the side, do the YouTube. On the side, do Uber. On the side, insert whatever you want to do in life, you know? But step number one is finding a job that not necessarily you like, but you can tolerate, and you be like, you know what? I'm coming in, I have the mindset coming into this job that I'm going to make this amount of money, calculate how much you're going to make, right? Right? That's it. Calculate how much you're going to make every 2 weeks, budget, then do the monthly, and then it's like, all right, I need this amount of money to save. So then that's when, you know what I'm saying, you get your side hustle on. So I think that's step number one. Or step number two. Step number one is realizing why you don't like your current job and how can you change it. Because if you're 25, 26, I'm older, I'm 29. I just turned 29. Damn, I know. But that gives me a lot of, not necessarily knowledge, but more life experiences. I've come across a lot of different people and I understand a lot of different people's mindsets. A lot of times, what the issue is, people just don't want to work. This is like, I'm not going to lie, I don't know why. I have no idea why. But people do not want to work anymore. Now, I don't know if this was after 2020, but I used to own a business and I had employees or subcontractors, right? And legitimately, they would start off so good. And then after about 2 weeks or a week, bro, they're lagging. They're going slow. They're not updated. You got to keep going and going and going and going and going. Consistency. They would fall off. And it was so odd to me because they would tell me how much money they were making with me. I've had grown men, like not twice the size, not twice my age, but 10, 15 years older than me, working with me and them thanking me. And at the time I was 24, 25. They're thanking me. Oh my God, I've never made so much money, this amount of money. They have in their life, but they were in a hard spot, you know? Every person that's worked with me, I said, damn, dude, I'm making some good ass side money with you. That was paying bills and groceries and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they would always fall off. Besides, I can think of one person in particular where legitimately they never fell off, and I was the one that was falling off. I can say that, to be honest. All right. Even I have a thing about being consistent, but that's just me being on time. Like this YouTube video is coming out late, but legitimately, I work hard. So you have to be a hard worker. You have to want it. You have to want it. A lot of people don't want it with whatever you're doing in life. It could be the most silliest thing. You could be making, I don't know, Roblox content, Minecraft content. It don't even got to be content. It could be in school. I'm going to tell y'all something. The first 3 times I tried to go to college, I failed. I've never even passed a quarter. I've never even passed a quarter or a semester. Whatever it is, I have 0 credits is what I'm getting. I have 0 college credits. 0. Sucks, I know. But the thing is, I put my time and my effort into other things where I was working hard, and that blossomed. It's whittled now, but it blossomed. And I learned a lot of, you know what I'm saying, life experience. So I understand people, their mindsets. People they just don't want to work. I don't know. Why do people want handouts? If you quit your job and you have nothing planned, bro, you're literally asking for, you're basically going to be, the government's going to be your daddy. You know what I'm saying? The government's going to be your daddy, little bitch. Deadass. Bro, I'm proud to say I've never had food stamps. I'm proud to say that I've never had it. Trust me, I've been broke before. I'm broke right now. But I've been even broker before. Negatives. Don't know when my next meal, legitimately. I know people say that, but, and I'm not trying to glorify it, right? Definitely not. Being broke fucking sucks. This shit sucks. This shit is ass. But legitimately, I didn't even know how I'm supposed to eat my next meal. Broke like that with a child. Think about it. I'd never had EBT. I've never been on Section 8. I've never even put my name to get on the list to be on Section 8. Now, I'm not knocking anyone that does or has done that, or you needed to do what you needed to do. I'm just speaking for me, myself. I just feel like, bro, like I have so much pride that I won't even ask my mom for money. And she got it. My mom got it. And I'm not even gonna ask her for money. I'd rather just silently starve, silently go through everything that I needed to go through. Because when life is like a pendulum, right now it's down, but that little metal ball that's on that string is gonna go right back up, ebbs and flows. But in your most hardest, most difficult times in your life, that's when you grind the hardest. And you say, I'm sick and tired of being broke. I'm sick and tired of not just waking up mad and angry. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get fat. I'm really not, but I'm getting fat because that's a sign of food is a sign of wealth. Food is a sign of I'm eating good. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out here as eating good. I'm trying to eat good too. You should want that too. If you quit your job, how are you ever even gonna get to that point? There's a lot of people that glorify entrepreneurship. There's a lot of people that glorify entrepreneurship. There's a lot of people that glorify entrepreneurship. A lot. But they don't really know what it takes to be a business person, a businessman or a businesswoman or a business they/them. They don't know. Legitimately. They don't know how hard it is because legitimately people were calling me at 10 o'clock at night trying to schedule moves. People were calling me all the time. Oh my God, you never have a day off. Forget about it. On your day offs, you're still getting calls. You're still getting emails. And especially if you haven't built your business up to the standard of hiring even say someone overseas that will take your calls, that will do your emails for you, and you can pay them dirt cheap. If you're not to that point yet, you're literally doing everything by yourself. How are you supposed to fund your business without a job? Life doesn't work. You get in what you get out, or you put in what you put out. You get what you put in. You know what I'm saying? You get out what you put in. There we go. Yes, I did it. I'm not slow, I promise you. But you get out what you put in life. If you want to be a bum, living off your mom being, I don't want to say being B-made, you know what the greatest thing in the world is? I've definitely asked like my girlfriend that I've lived with for money, right? Just like she's done the same thing for me, and we buy each other a whole bunch of stuff, especially in my last relationship, we did that too. In my prior relationship, we did that too. Not my first one, I was broke. I'm saying in my last two, right? But I've never asked a chick for money when we're in the talking stage. Never. I've never lived with a woman. Like it was her place and then I moved in. I've either had my place or me and the girlfriend that I'm with, we move in together. We get a new place and then we move in together. I've never done that before. I don't even know like that. That's not even an option in my brain. So if you don't have a job, you can't pay bills, where are you supposed to live? Okay. Now you're in the homeless shelter. Let's talk about it. Now you're in the homeless shelter. Next to someone who's gonna be shooting it up later in the day. Next to crying kids on one end. Next to people who haven't taken a shower in a while. And you gotta wait in line. And hopefully you get in that night. Other times you gotta sleep at a bus stop. Is that the life that you wanna have? That's not the life I wanna have. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't want that life. If you have no money, how are you supposed to buy food? You can't buy food. You're stuck. And then let's take it even a step further. Now, since you have no money, you think you gotta rob people. You think you gotta rob people. What happens? The odds go up of the police catching you. You're cooked. You're done for. Now you're doing time. Now you're literally losing time. Listen, time is the most important thing on this planet because that's the only thing in life you cannot get back. You can get back money. You can get back another relationship. You can get back more kids and your mom and your parents. You can't get another mom back. You can't get another dad back. So time and parents are the most important things on this planet. You got to use that. You got to be wise with it. You got to be wise with your time. You got to be wise with your time. Why would you want to waste your time? That's the one thing in life that I hate the absolute most. I can't stand when my time is wasted, when someone is playing with my time. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Another thing, do you have savings? Do you have savings? If you quit your job and you don't have savings, you're on borrowed time. Are you going to be able to pay next month's rent? Unless you truly have something that you believe in. Let me tell you guys a story. And then I'm not trying to stretch this video out too long. I'm not trying to stretch it out too long. But let me tell you a story, right? Not this girlfriend that I'm currently with, but my last girlfriend. So shout out to all the people that know, you know what I'm saying, P Dizzle type shit. But literally, Me and my ex, we broke up. We lived together. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. She couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it. But she was like, you know what? You have a daughter, so I'm gonna get my own place. It's don't worry about it. It's cool. We just need to separate. I said, all right, cool. That's fine. Shout out to her though. Shout out to her because she could have been an asshole. Because literally she had to tell the landlord, and the landlord was like, are you sure? What if you can't pay? Are you sure? Are you sure? And I remember like we were already broken up, but she was telling me like, yo, like bills is still in my name. So you better pay this shit off. Like on time. I said, I got you. Shout out to her though for doing that. But I remember I was taking my daughter. She was in this is when my business was still like kind of in the infancy stage, but it hasn't taken off yet. So like I was struggling, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like literally legitimately I didn't have a job. I just had this business and I'm struggling, you know what I'm saying, for a few months while she was there. Yada yada. Boom, she leaves. A homie goes and tells me, yo, maybe you should try Yelp. I said, oh, will I get business there? He goes, I mean, I don't know. You can't guarantee it, but I know such and such or so and so, you know him. He did it and he got clients from there. So I was like, all right, bet. So I was at my daughter's recital, or not recital, but her dance practice, right? I look into my bank account. So I created the account on Yelp, and you have to pay for ads there, and it was $300, right? $300 a month. I checked my bank account and I swore I had like $315. Like I had like just enough, and then food for like that night, right? Broke. And this is why God is good, because I prayed over my phone. Like before I bought it, I was like, well, what I'm doing now isn't working. I'm getting some clients, but I'm not charging enough. I'm not able to get enough because I was on the U-Haul Moving Helper platform. But I grinded out that first year. And in the first year, I think it was like 95 jobs or some like the first like 6 months or 7 months, something like that, 8 months. I had 95 reviews, and I think 90 of them were 4.5 or higher. So I only had like 5 bad reviews, and I had like, you know what I'm saying, like 90. So I prayed over it to make sure like, yo, like, God, please help me. God, help me, please. I need this to go because I'm on my last. I'm working hard. You see, I'm working hard, but I'm just not getting the money. And so I did that. I bought the ads, right? I'm down to like $20. And legitimately, within 5 minutes, someone already contacted me. And then I told them my pricing, and they're like, whoa, these prices are like kind of like too good to be true. You're saying that you have reviews, but like you have no reviews. So I literally did a screen record of going to the U-Haul Moving Helper app. I opened that shit. I had a plethora of like reviews pages, you know what I'm saying? 1, scroll down. 2, scroll down. 3, scroll down. 4, scroll down. So I did that. I tried to email it to him. It was too big. So I said, yo, can I get your phone number? He sent me his phone number. I sent that to him. He said, when can we do this tomorrow? Can we set it up? I had already bought a box truck. I had a 16-foot box truck, right? Shout out to the tax return. I think the year prior, you know what I'm saying? So I bought that, right, for like $5,000. It was crazy. I got a crazy low, like for like $5,000. It was crazy low, right? And my mom helped me. She gave me $1,000. I put a $4,000, right? So my mom always believed in me. You know, she's hard on me, but she always believed in me. She was like, well, I mean, if you're going to do it, let's do it type shit, you know? So shout out to moms. So literally I had my first job and I said, let's do it tomorrow. Like, come on. Like, and literally I was starting getting crazy clientele, right? And I asked God to bless it, and he blessed it. But that's not smart. I was literally like, you know, like, you got to think about it. I have my daughter 3 days out of the week. I don't pay child support, right? I've never paid child support. But we have it scheduled out, so I have my daughter 3 days out of the week, every week, like clockwork. I pick her up from school, drop her off on school on the 4th day. Her mom picks her up, yada, yada, yada. Regular 9-to-5 job, it ain't paying me enough to where I could work 4 days in a row, do 4 tens or something like that. And then I have enough bills, or have enough for my bills, because mind you, I just broke up with my girlfriend. I think about it. I had like $300 something. I spent it on that. I had like $20. I didn't know how I was going to pay rent this upcoming month. I didn't know. Boy, when I said that money came in, it came in. When I said that money came in, it came in. You feel me? But literally, I had no plan. It just happened to work for me. Don't do that. Have a plan. Have a plan. Don't do that. That is not smart. I'm trying to tell you, that is not smart. Don't do that. I got lucky. I grinded for it on a different platform, and then the reviews helped me, you know what I'm saying, to kind of go kind of crazy on Yelp when I was doing it, right? It kind of helped me go crazy in the beginning and the middle. During the end, because everyone didn't just randomly, everyone out of nowhere just started creating a moving business because it's kind of, it's kind of easy to start off. You don't need much. You just need manpower and tools, really. Think about it. But it's hard work. It's definitely hard work. And I was talking about like when people don't want to work or like, damn, this shit kind of hard work. How you letting me outwork you? I'm the owner. You can't let the owner outwork you. That's crazy. You should aspire to work harder than the owner. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that drive, but people don't have that drive. People don't have that drive. They don't have it. And if you say anything, okay, my business in the end, it didn't. So what? I still did it for like a good 3-4 years, 5 years, however long it was. Don't quote me on that. But legitimately, I saw the highs, I saw the lows, me staying up all night. You know what I'm saying? There were some days I worked every single day. When the world was shut down, my daughter's mom, like, legitimately, she was unemployed. She was kicking it. So I said, hey, can you watch my daughter so I can go work? She said, yeah, I got you. And I was there was 1 month it was, I think in June or July. I legitimately worked, I had 1 day off. I worked every single day besides 1 day in that entire month. So if I could do that, I could do this. That's my plan. Don't quit your job. Life is not a joke. 2025, baby. I feel like Playboi Carti. 2025, music.
It ain't no thing to sabotage. It ain't no thing to let it fly. I'm on the way, I'm on my grind. It ain't a crime to get what's mine.